I see a few little hands going up. Let's see here.
Hey, Sundee, I'm curious. Have you found it? Have you found an audio version of this book?
Kidding, y'all. Totally kidding. Okay. So excited about this book. We'll make this short and sweet because I know most of y'all are on because y'all want to know about the contest and able to answer some questions. We'll be able to answer some questions for y'all. Plus, go over who won. And we've got some other little announcements to make with that as well. I'm so excited. But real quick, since I know not everybody is reading the book, but a lot of us are, I want for one to highly encourage y'all to read The Slight Edge. Y'all, it's a game changer. I absolutely love this book, and I loved this week. And I'm actually one of those weird people who takes like tons of notes and highlights the books and tells, just I'm like all in it. I love it. Okay, so guess what I'm gonna have to put on? I just took them off. I'm gonna have to put them on. My glasses. Okay, this week we were just doing chapters 9 through 11. So I just really wanted to go over it really quick, y'all. Is everybody, I'm like checking notes and making sure comments real quick. We're casual. If you don't know this, we're very casual on this team. Oh, good. Just check the ebook. Is it on there? Oh, can't find it on Audible. Oh.
Yeah, Sundee.
I wonder if my son will let me read it to him if that counts. I'm just kidding. He won't let me do that.
Can you hear me?
But he also won't read it either. Get him to do schoolwork is hard enough. I was thinking if he could listen while he's driving or something. It's such a good book. It really is. I'm really enjoying it. First off, before I get started, is there anybody, because I'm going to kind of go through some of this stuff. Is there, those of you who are reading it, I know when I did this before, there was what, 5 or 6 of us. Anybody have any comments first about what y'all read this week?
Sundee, can you hear me?
Feel free to unmute yourselves to tell us. Am I the
Hey,
only one that's
I think she has her
I'm really
computer
enjoying
muted.
it.
Hold on. I think she has her computer
I
muted.
can hear you, Amber.
I can hear you.
Sundee, your computer is muted.
Amber, but it looks like she's trying to talk. Am I the only one that can't hear Amber? Oh,
Oh, your computer.
it
not
was
your
me.
computer.
Honestly,
yeah, I've been trying to say a couple things because when you said audiobook, I was like, I've been searching for the audiobook everywhere. Give it to me. But yeah, I think, can you hear us now?
I can. That was we had child error going on. I let Maddie sit in here for an hour before I came in here. And I guess she turned the audio completely off. So yay. Okay, go ahead. I can hear everybody now.
Okay, cool. Y'all, we've got 42 people on this call. I'm so excited.
They're all wanting points for the contest. I know y'all.
I don't care why. I'm just glad they're here. I'm just glad to see their faces.
It makes doing this business a lot more fun when you know you're doing it with other people. Okay, so honestly, y'all, this book is so good. And now that I can hear everybody, who wants to say something about this week that y'all read this week, chapters 9 through 11?
I'm sorry, I didn't get mine read. I might as well confess.
You can confess. That's totally fine. I missed the last 3 pages, so I was reading it as fast as I could, but I got the rest of it read. So you're not alone. Anybody else? Okay, let's just jump in real quick. Okay, so I don't know who all's actually reading it. But y'all, the whole compound interest thing about the penny, that story I absolutely love. Honestly, if I had learned that lesson when I was actually in my 20s, who all would be totally like financially better with their money if they had like figured out that, oh, wow, the compound interest, I should have paid more attention in school and on the math thing. But what a great lesson on honestly with the penny, and that you are the penny, and that it actually takes action to make these things work. I love that he mentions other authors, and y'all are, if you're not highlighting the other authors and going to listen to their books or read their books. He mentions in this one, the Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich and Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which I love both these books. But just a few things that I grabbed from this is most successful people, by the way, he mentions this several times throughout the whole book. Most but successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. That is like a common thread through all of this. And if you're trying to figure out, well, what is that? What is the common thread of, I mean, what are successful people willing to do? And I loved how he gave the example of, when New Year's comes around and everybody joins the gym and they stop going to the gym because they don't see those instant gratification. They don't see those instant results that happen. And, or anything, you start maybe saving money and I'm putting a little bit aside and you're not seeing the instant, why is it not $1 million yet? I've been saving for 3 weeks. I mean, we live in such an instant gratification world right now that if we don't see those instant results, we stop doing the things. And the one thing I love about this business is that doing the small things actually pay off, just staying consistent with it. And that's with anything, that's with working out and walking and making better food choices and everything in life that we do. If you can make those small changes, not drastic. I love that he talks about it here. It's not drastic. It's just the small things, the 1% that he talks about. Can really drastically change your life. But as far as the business goes, the ones that are on here, they're wanting to work the business. And I know a lot of you maybe get frustrated. You're like, well, I post every day. And maybe you're doing all the things and you're not seeing those instant results. It'll pay off. I promise you. I know for me, when I first joined, I know some of you have heard this story before. There's 2 things. One, I posted every day. I know for 8 days straight. And Alicia my sponsor kept telling me, oh, you're going to post and people are going to reach out to you and they're going to like your comments and like your posts. And y'all, 8 days straight, not one person liked or commented or messaged me at all. It was like crickets. And I was like, am I doing the right thing? And I'm so glad I just stayed consistent doing it because my life has changed because of it. Just think I've got to meet all of y'all because if I stayed consistent and stayed faithful. The other thing is about my very first in-person meeting. I don't know if y'all have heard this before. My very first in-person meeting, I invited 150 people to my house. I went out and I did a little vegetable tray. I did some food. I did Plexus Slim. I did all the things. Not one person showed up. Not one person showed up. But y'all, I'm so glad that I stayed consistent and stayed faithful and stayed the course and believed that this was going to happen. So, I mean, how many out there would have like, okay, I'm posting and nothing, I invite people over and nothing. How many would have given up? So I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I stayed faithful and I stayed consistent. So that's one of the lessons that I honestly, it touches to me because I stayed consistent and stayed with it. Okay, so I talked about the first percent real quick. I'm going fast because I know most of y'all are probably not reading it, but I would love for you to read it. I'm telling you, I just gleaned so much from this book. It just really speaks to me. Greatness is always in the moment of decision. So, I mean, how many times do we like catch ourselves like making a decision or not? Like you think you're not, like you think you're in the neutral zone, and we're never in the neutral zone. You're either making a choice to do something or not to do something, and it's going to affect you either way. And honestly, we can talk ourselves in and out of everything. I don't know how much you believe that you tell yourself, but I don't know about y'all, but for me, I can talk myself in and out of anything. I can justify it. I can talk, I can convince myself whether right or wrong. You are listening to yourself talk in your own head. You are listening to, maybe it's to go work out, oh, I'm tired. I'm sore from working out. And you can talk yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it later. You're talking yourself in and out of maybe making a good choice for food. Maybe you're thinking, you know what? I ate really good yesterday. I had salad yesterday, so I'm going to have the burger today. Again, you're talking yourself in and out of the good and the bad. We listen to ourselves all along the way about that. Okay, so if it's in the book, I don't know, I'm probably not the best book person to do book club, but I love this book, y'all. It's really, really good. The butterfly effect, I love it. You are the change. the points from chapter 9 where you have to do something. Jana has always said, Jana, I'm going to give you total credit because I heard you say it. Wait, she moved. I was looking at her and I guess people got on and off. Action cures all slumps. I heard her say it on one of her trainings years ago, and I love it. I'm going to give her full credit because that's where I heard it from. Action cures all slumps. You have to.
Sundee, the irony is during that little time period there, Jana's Wi-Fi must have gone out. She just rejoined, so she didn't hear any of that.
Well, then it's my idea. No, I'm
You're
just kidding.
giving her credit and all this, and she didn't hear it.
It wasn't Jana. It was all me. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll give Jana credit.
yeah. Hey guys, if you guys have anything you want to add, like, let us know.
Please.
Unmute, put it in the chat, anything. Sorry,
Yes.
son, go ahead. I just thought it was funny that you were bragging on you. She started talking about you and you weren't here anymore.
I was giving you credit. I'm like, I'm going to give Jana all the credit, and you went away. So I totally could have taken credit. And you wouldn't have known that it was all you or me or whatever. But I had heard you do a training years ago about action cures all slumps. And it really resonated with me. And I still use it to this day when I'm doing training and everything, is that you got to have action. You got to make, even if it's just the small step. And what she's talking about in chapter 10, the 2 paths, and just making the step to do something. If y'all did y'all get to that part where I'm like all over the book. Y'all before I finish that, y'all, chapter 10, did it speak to y'all or just me? About the 5%ers, we hear no so many times, and it makes you, like, honestly, if you sit and think, like he said, if you sit down and think and look down and just think about your life, by that action alone, you're going to start thinking negative thoughts. And if you sit and think and look up, it starts pulling you toward the future. But y'all, it's true. We're told no so many times in our life, starting when we're little, just like you said. Don't touch that. Don't put that in your mouth. Stop that. All these no's, you can't wear that, you can't do this, and all the no's that we're told when we're little, and it's all good no's. They're life preserving. Our parents are telling us no to preserve us, to save us to help us. Don't touch the burner, don't put your hand on the socket. All these things that are no's, but we're the yeses, and we're only told yes just a small percentage of our life. And we tend to start weighing it, tends to start bringing us down into the reality, to split us between the 5% who honestly believe that they're going to do this, they're going to achieve, and the 95% who are already been sucked into that negative cycle of no's. And I'll be honest with you, you've got to have some tough skin. And I promise you, for Jana and myself and Amber and Steph Erskine, I don't know if Steph's on or not, as a Diamond Ambassador, I promise you, we have heard no more than you have. Bottom line, it's just, it is a numbers game, talking to more people, sharing it with more people, and we have heard no a lot. My little secret that I share, that I don't really hear no, honestly, when people tell me no about Plexus, in my brain, I actually hear, it's not the right time, check back in with me in a couple of months. That is what I personally hear in my head. My dad overheard me doing a training one time, and he started laughing. I got off and he was like, that's been so you, because growing up, I never heard the word no. If I asked my dad for something, he said no. In my head, I always heard I need to word that a different way. Dad, can I go out tonight? No. Okay, I need to word that a different way where he will say yes. How do I need to say that? I just kind of twist it around a little bit to make it where it's a yes. But I've been that way my whole life. It's not that I'm like positive Polly or anything. It's just that I don't want to get stuck in the no, because the no can drag you down. So I want to encourage you to kind of view it different when you hear those no's. Don't hear no. It's just not a good time right now. Check back in a couple months. But again, what he talks about in chapter 10 is that 95%, the people that are maybe telling you no, they're not just content with telling you no. A lot of times, and a lot of times it's the people closest to you. It's the people, your family, your best friends, your coworkers. They're not just content to tell you no, They want to bring you down to their level. They want you to give up on your dream so that they themselves don't feel bad about giving up on their own dream. Does that make sense? You can't let that happen. You've got to just grab onto calls like this, and we will believe in your dream with you. And we believe that you can do this and that you can achieve. Because I know sometimes, and I've heard it many times over the years, that people tell me, I didn't believe in myself, but I believed in your belief in me until I believed in myself. So let us help you. Let this Building Freedom group help you, and our teams help you believe in yourself that you can do this, because I believe you can do this. Okay, back to the book. The book is really good. Y'all, I really, really encourage you to read this book. He talks about the whole line. Am I going the right way? You're making a choice. Like I said, there's no neutral zone. And by inaction or not doing something, you're choosing no, and you're choosing the path that's going to veer you off course, as opposed to staying the course, and it's going to take you toward your dreams and toward where you want to go. This is not going to be, you're not going to see it overnight. It's, I'm not sure if he gave this example in this book or not. I didn't read it today, but I've read his previous book where he gave the example of eating a hamburger every day. If you eat a hamburger say you ate McDonald's, you go to McDonald's every day at lunch and you eat a hamburger, you might not notice a difference the first day, might not notice the difference the first week. But after a while, you will start to notice a difference. Eventually your clothes are going to get a little snug and those kind of things, but it's those slight decisions that you're making, it's long-term. So you need to look at this as long-term. What can I do today to help make, and I loved his seven levels, his 7 different things about your business, your friendships, your finances, your health and happiness. There's different things that you can do each day to make decisions to make you where you want to be, to hit your goals and where you want to go from there. I'm sorry. I know I'm so emotional about this book because I love it. I love this book. You've got to decide where you want to be. I don't know if some of y'all have even sat down and thought, where are my goals and where I want to be with those goals. By the way, I encourage you to hop on tomorrow. I'll do a live on the Building Freedom page. And I was going to do something else, but I think I'm going to talk about goals. And you've got to dream big. You've got to have something out there, like he says, that's pulling you to the future. I know I've heard Jana's story before. I don't know, Jana, if you want to share on kind of what pulled you. You had talked about Steve. I don't know if you want to say anything about that, about what pulled you to keep going and what pulled you to.
Yeah, I think, back, those of you that don't know my story, when I first got started, Steve was working like 65, 70 hours a week. And not only that many hours, but he was also working odd hours as a police officer. And so, when you are walking through something like that and you want to change so bad, it is so motivating and drives you. So I always encourage people, dig really deep. What is it that is pulling you? What is it that is going to drive you on those hard days, like Sundee talked about? What is it that's going to drive you when you get the no's? There has to be something more than, I want to go buy a new purse. There has to be something deeper than that. And if you haven't figured that out yet, I challenge you just to really sit down and figure out what it is. Figure out why you're here, why you are saying, I want to do this business. I want to run with it. There has to be something deep. And I was listening. I can't even remember who it was, but it may have been somebody we had on this call. Actually, I think it was. But they were talking about figuring out your why. And so many times we say, I want to do this for my kids, or I want to do this for my family, when in turn, you really need to reframe that and think about, I want to do it for myself because I want to be present for my family. And so, you've got to think through, like, really, like, peel that onion, peel the layers of that onion till you get down to the core why, and what is your core why and what is going to drive you. And for me, it was getting my husband home so he could spend time with my family, with me, with our girls. And I mean, that dream came true. And so I think that, you know, needing that, my family needed that. My family needed my husband to be present more. And so that drove me. So figure out what it is for you, and it's going to can help you on those hard days when you're getting all the no's.
That's awesome. I love your story. I think I saw that Steph was on. Steph, what was your thing that pulled you? If you're on, I'm trying to see if she is on.
She
Does she have-
was on, but she didn't have her camera on, but I don't see her now.
Well, Amber, what's yours? What was your thing? Because I know all of us are different, and one of us, like, I love Jana's story, and I know that it's going to resonate to somebody. Amber, yours is too. Yours will, of what pulled you. What was the thing that when you didn't want to work, you were like, I'm going to do this anyway. I'm going to post anyway when I don't feel like it. Or I'm going to do this.
Well, my why when I first started Plexus is so different than it is now, because I mean, I wasn't even married when I first started. And so that was a huge part of it, was feeling secure myself, But then once we did get married, and knowing what Jonathan was capable of doing with technology, but also knowing his passion for ministry and missions, that was a big goal of mine. He really wanted to work with the ministry he's with now. And Plexus allows us to be able to do that. I mean, he gets paid from them, but not what he did in corporate America, He was working with a team building American Airlines website when he retired from that. And so it was quite a bit of a step down financially there, but Plexus, of course, filled in those blanks for that. And now, obviously, you guys know what my why is now. It's adoption. It's bringing home our baby. So.
See, I love that. I love everybody's story. Mine, when I first started, it's different now. But when I first started, for one, I have done another MLM before. I was terrible at it. Like I was like in debt when I finished. And I was like, I'm never doing this again, ever. Evidently, I'm not a salesperson. This is never going to work for me. Anybody else can, like, you've said those things before, and then yet here you are. So when I came across Plexus, one, I love the products. Okay. So I knew that I had to make enough money to cover the cost of my products because we were super poor, and we couldn't afford the $100 a month for that. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I was like, but the products were helping me. But as I started doing it, as I started the first month I ended and I made enough money to cover the cost of my products, that worry went away. And as I started working, what pulled me further was my husband. I love my husband, and he was in partners. He was a partner of a company, and I was a stay-at-home mom, and he worked, and he didn't complain one bit about his job. I don't know about if y'all's husbands do that, but they work, they do what they're supposed to do, and they do their job, and they come home. But I could tell he was miserable. I could tell that he'd come home and have a bad day. I could tell those things. And I thought, the longer I did this business, I thought I could help with that. I could make enough money to maybe give him options. Maybe he switches jobs, but right now he's never going to leave because he's the sole provider and it's hard, but maybe I could give him an option to do one way or the other. So that was what pulled me all the way to Diamond. And so when I reached Diamond is when he gave his notice and switched careers from there. And it was the best decision ever. So I'm so glad I was able to do that. Steph put on there, oh, her microphone's not working. What got me going in the beginning was to prove my hubby wrong, that I could do this. I love that, Steph. It was also so I could have flexible work schedule and be available for my kids and family anytime. I love that. That is going to resonate with so many people, the flexibility, being available for your kids. I love that. Okay, so I really, again, encourage y'all to read this book. One of the things he talked about on the path of what's pulling you, if you feel stuck, not only remember Jana's saying, action cures all slumps. But if you get stuck, he said, go, if you read the book, he said, go have success somewhere else real quick. Go organize your junk drawer. Go complete a task. Go for a walk. Go, maybe do a load of laundry, have success, build that confidence in yourself, and then go back to work. So I love that. I love that it's just don't sit down like, well, it didn't work today, or I don't feel like doing it. Go have success and then apply that success, because success builds on itself. I love that. Almost done, guys. So then we can talk about the contest. I know. And that it's all about choices. Did y'all, and those of you who are reading the book, did you rate yourselves on those 7 categories? Are you making a decision to go up or down in those? I would encourage you to do that. Okay, last chapter, by the way, I didn't get all of it done. But I love, I also loved, and I'm trying to remember what chapter it was in, about how not to feel, take responsibility for yourself. And I love the fact that I struggle with this with my own kids. They want to blame everything on everybody. And he was like, even if it's out of your control, take responsibility, make better choices, and then let it go. I love the fact that don't blame. He was saying, successful people take responsibility. They evaluate what they did or what happened to them, and they make the changes appropriately. And then if it's out of your control, if it was something bad that happened that was out of your control, don't sit and dwell on it. Figure out what you could do better and switch. The others is my son is like the worst at blaming. It's always somebody's fault. If he trips and walk into the house, who left that there? Well, it could have been you, but it's, but it's, it's always somebody else's. I'm like trying to, you're getting older. You have to take responsibilities for your action, even when those actions are out of your control. You have to then bless and release and get back to the flow. So I love that he talked about that. Anybody want to talk about chapter 11? Since I didn't finish chapter 11.
I just want to encourage everyone to get this book if you don't have it, and to dive into it. There's a handful of things that will grow your business, but at the very top of that list is personal development. And that includes reading books like this. And so if you're not doing it and you're feeling stuck, like Sundee said, get a win, but this is also another way to get that win. Dive in. Something's going to click with you. You're going to have those light bulb moments. That's really honestly going to you're going to have some creativity. You're going to think a little bit differently about your business and how to do your business. So if you're stuck, pick up this book. If you're not stuck, pick up this book and get to reading. We decided, those of you that haven't been on one of our calls in a while, we just decided all of August and September to do a book. In October, we will go back to normal calls where we have guests and trainings, but we will go through this book through the end of this month. So you have time to grab it, to catch up, and be on it with us, because it's honestly, it's going to change your business. Things like this is going to change your business. You can't do this on your own. You don't have all of the wisdom and knowledge, none of us do, to grow a successful business. You constantly have to be growing. So I just want to encourage you to grab it. And we may do this once or twice a year where we just our calls are a book, because I just can't encourage it enough. Like Sundee said, it is so needed. Just in your personal development and your business development, you need to be diving into these books. So yeah,
definitely. Yes. I know that my personal mindset needs, even if it's just 10 pages a day, just, grab 10 pages, read your 10 pages and let it sit with you. My mindset needs it, because we get so bombarded with all the negative and our world is crazy. And I don't know about y'all, but I need the positive. I need the, this is like equipping me with, I can do this. Amber had a great idea. While I'm getting ready to talk about the contest, I wanted to just do this for 30 minutes and then the contest. Type 1 or 2 sentences in the comments here in the chat of what your why is, if you want to share with us. Because you never know, it might resonate with somebody else on the call, and it might mean something to somebody else. They could relate to you and be like, oh, that's me. I feel like I have a soul sister out there somewhere. And while y'all are doing that for just a few minutes, real quick, by the way, this is new for all of us. Okay, so we're all I love that we're doing this contest. I love that we're pulling together. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like sometimes this business, you can feel like you're all by yourself and you're all alone. And I love that this is pulling us all together, and that I feel like we're locking arms, and I have a buddy, and right now I have like a bunch of buddies to do this business with. And I just want y'all to know that since it's new and we're kind of twisting and turning things, I believe Amber is going to be continually tweaking the tracking sheet, because we keep like thinking, oh, we need to add this to it, and oh, we need to do this to it. By the way, y'all are totally missing out on our little chat that we have going on every day. It's like, oh, we could do this and we could do this, and it's a lot of fun. So just don't get frustrated with us when we post another tracker sheet out here. But Amber, thank you so much for doing the tracker. It's amazing. I love it. It's easy. And by the way, I don't know about y'all, but it's very eye-opening when you're doing it. Like, oh, well, I thought I was working my business really good, and then I've got a whole gap here of stuff that I'm not doing that I probably need to be doing, or vice versa. So I don't know. For y'all, for me, it was very eye-opening. Okay, I've got the winners right here. I'm ready. Y'all just tell me, do y'all want to, I don't know if y'all want to read any of that for a minute and read some of the why, since they're sharing.
I've been reading some of them and they're so exciting. I mean, this is part of why I wanted you guys to type them, is because I don't know, it just gets me excited reading about, you guys are paying off debt and you're purchasing land for your families, and you're doing all these things for your kiddos, and retiring your husbands, and paying for your products, all of these amazing things. And I mean, to think about it's all because of Plexus. Did you guys know, I don't think do trademarks ever go away? I don't know if they do or not, but Plexus has the phrase, what if this could change everything, trademarked. That's a Plexus owned phrase, because it truly has changed everything for so many people. And look at what it's about to do for so many other people over here in the chat. It's so cool. One thing that stuck out to me just real quick, I'm just going back to the book real fast. The very beginning of chapter 9, it talks about it all starts somewhere. You have to start somewhere. And one thing that I want to say to all of well, there's 59 now. We did have 61 on this call. You're starting from somewhere. You have something. You're no one. Joey agrees with me. No one is starting from scratch. If you're on this call, look at who's around you. We're the ones linking arms with you, right? No one's starting from scratch. You're not in this alone. We're starting from somewhere. So if I encourage you, if you haven't read that yet and you have the book, read over that. But man, these whys over here are exciting to me. They're really exciting. Anyway, sorry.
No, I totally agree. I totally agree. Anybody want to add anything about the book that they feel free to unmute? And if you have read, just one little thought that you've had before we move on to the contest, which everybody now is dying to know which team won and who gets the prizes.
I think, you know how when you download your Zoom calls, you can also download the chat. I think this will be one of those times that I download the chat, because this is exciting. Like, I want these printed out, and so like in my office, I want to be able to see what you guys are aiming for. I love that. Oh, these are giving me chills. Sorry, I digress once again.
No, I know I'm catching myself.
Okay, Lynn has unmuted. Lynn, go for it.
Because you're so talented with trackers and such, could you make sure we all get everybody's why somewhere printed so we can print it?
I will do my darndest.
Yeah. Because then we
I'll do
can
my
pray
best.
for each other. We can pray for each other and we can cheer each other on.
Okay, I will do my best. I'll try to make it look pretty, because the chat from Zoom, it doesn't look pretty. So I'll try
It
to
don't
make
have to be pretty, but
It don't have to be pretty.
that'll kind of bug me if it doesn't.
just
but
legible. Just legible.
awesome.
Yeah, because I don't even know how to download it, so.
I'll
Me
take care of
either.
it. It's once I download it, it's super easy to do it. It's not a problem.
Look at Ashley. Ashley can make it pretty, she said.
As pretty is important, Ashley, and I will make
Oh,
sure that
Ashley,
happens
so good.
for. So anyway, do anybody else have anything from the book? Because if not, we're excited to move on. I feel like you guys are excited to move on, but I don't want to take away from the amazing book. Okay, that's the end of our Zoom call. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Just kidding, just kidding. Take it away, Sundee.
Okay, so first of all, I'm so excited that all of y'all have jumped in. You've watched all of our things that we've made y'all watch and read and everything else. And y'all are just excited. Y'all are all in, and I'm so excited. And we started this to help y'all. Because I think a lot of y'all are doing the things, but sometimes there's just few little changes that you don't even know you're missing out on. And sometimes it's community. Sometimes you just need a buddy to do this with. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm having so much fun with my little team. I'm so excited. And okay, so according to the contest, we were doing points from September 1st through the 10th, right? September 1st through the 10th. And then since each team has different sizes, we divided the number out by how many people were on the team to make it fair, because I think Steph's team has the most. Is it Steph or Amber's team that has the most people on their team?
I think Stephanie has 38 people and I have 33 people.
And I have 14. So we had to make it fair. And one of the things we thought about doing maybe was like just splitting some of y'all up. And I thought, no, I want to keep them. We want to keep them with their teams, and let's just make it a percentages so it's easier. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and announce that fourth place, last place, is my team. My team, but I'm so proud of my team. We did really, really good. And we're going to make some changes. Okay. So I'm very excited because I already kind of know where we need to work. But we came in at 110 per person, which is pretty good. And we're going to do the other, I'm going to name the other, y'all know what I'm talking about. Jana and Amber do. I'm going to name that other thing last, but that's fourth place. Third place is Steph Erskine's team with 113.9 per person. So see, my team was close. We were close to beating Steph's team. Steph, your team's going down next week.
No, I gotta get a little more excited and do some clapping for these teams. I know we can't hear each other.
And by the way, I'm gonna guess that some of the people on here are doing more activity this week than y'all have done probably in a long time. So I'm excited that this is helping them. Okay, second place. Y'all ready? It's like between the two sisters. Second place.
Here, I'll give you a drum roll.
Second place is the Pink Tide. I forgot, I should have been saying the names. That is Jana's team with 145.5, and I can see Amber's team going nuts right now. Amber's team won this week. Woohoo! With 173 points per person. Okay, so Amber's team is called Forward and Fearless. Gina's is the Pink Tide, Steph is Legacy Builders, and mine is the Climbing Diamonds. Okay, so I know that I have looked. I know my team's probably looking like, where can we, get some easy points? We made a couple changes. One change is if you get your order in by the 10th of the month, you get to count that. How much is that for again? Is it 50?
Yeah,
50
it's
points.
50 points.
You can count that every week. Okay. So that's an easy, you missed it. If you missed it now, you can hit it in October 1st, get it in before the 10th, and you can count that every week towards your points. Okay. Some other easy things is reaching out to your, those are easy, reaching out to your teams, post it on social media. Those are easy things. I've got some other tips that I can do for my team once we get to talk later. But those are my easy tips. Gina, Amber, what are y'all's easy tips?
Well, I just want to tell you guys too that the tracker that was posted today, and it's been posted a couple times today. So go look at the most current one. That is what you're going to use this week. Okay. We're not changing it anymore.
Well,
But-
and let me just say it's the only one still on the page. All the other ones have been deleted so that there's no more confusion.
Yes. And yes, if your subscription goes through on the 10th, that's fine. The 10th or before, that counts. Somebody just asked that. But I just want to tell you that next week, probably next Monday, a new tracker will be uploaded again with a few tweaks, and we will be giving you more points for new VIPs and brand ambassadors. Do not let that stop you this week from signing people up. Please, 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 you need to sign people up this week. It already gives you a lot of points, but we did discuss that today. And so we are going to eventually raise that. Again, we're so excited behind the scenes trying to plan this. Like, we didn't copy this is all very original. So we didn't copy this from other jewels. We just decided we needed some fun, and what is more fun than a contest and some competition and just like working together. So that will change. There will be some trainings coming this week, power hours coming. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's like Sundee said, I think when you look at those tracker sheets and you're filling out the first few, and then all of a sudden you just have this huge gap, like that shows you where your focus needs to be, because we really, really, really tried hard to make this tracker sheet very inclusive of everything you need to be doing to grow a successful business. So if you see big gaps in there, then hey, like you probably already know, like you probably down deep already know, but you're seeing it on paper now and you're seeing how it's affecting your points. So in turn, it is affecting your business. We did nothing out of just like every single thing we put on the tracker sheet was to grow your business. Everything. Like that was our test. If like, does it go on the tracker? Well, will it grow your business? Then it went on the tracker. If it didn't, and it was just busy work, then it did not go on the tracker. So just know that like we worked hard to try to come up with things that will grow your business. So look for those gaps.
Okay, so Amber's team won, and we're doing okay. By the way, they get
Sundee, I didn't hear that. Can you say that again, please? Can you say that one more time?
Amber's team won.
You cut out again.
Forward and Fearless won. Okay, so did we decide what the prize was for this week?
Yes, we put it on there last night. It's an ice roller, which sounds weird, but y'all, I have one and it's amazing. And here in just a few minutes, we just literally, Jana said, we're rolling this out while we're doing it. On this call, we decided the winning team will get a few more minutes with just us diamonds here at the end of the call. So
don't hang up, we're not done. We have other prizes to give away.
No, we're not done yet. We're not done yet, but here at the end, yes.
Okay, so we decided also today, before the call, that because everybody likes to be a part of something that's winning, and we're not all for everybody gets a trophy. So I'm not all for that because I'm too competitive for that. But what we are for is that we thought we would take the person with the highest points on each team and award them. And so I don't have points, I just have names because I don't have one of them's points. But first off, the highest points from everybody in the whole contest was Karen Holter. Karen, You kicked everybody's tail. This is, y'all want to know, I know her points. I'm going to say it just to let everybody know what a beast she is. I almost said something else with, also with this. Karen ended the points I wrote down was 640 points for the week. Karen, please take 2 seconds to share with us what did that look like? Because I don't have your tracker sheet, but I just got the number. So tell us real quick. So because you have other people on here that are like, well, I only did 30 points, but I need to step it up. What can I do? Share with them.
I also have 9 new people on my team, and I've earned the first watch. I have 6 new level 1s and 3 new level 2s. And that was all God. It was all his timing. All I can tell you is don't ever shut your mouth. Just keep talking, and God will bring them when they're ready, when his timing is right. That's all I've done.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Any other, the 9 was the huge, I'm sure you posted on social media. Did you do an event or
I
anything like
did the
that?
posting. I did an in-person event. I did train someone on my team. I did a bunch of corporate calls and team calls. So all of those all added up.
And let me just add real quick. This is a lady who works full-time, long hours. She takes care of like 12,000 animals on their farm. Okay, it's not that many. It's like some chickens and horses and things, but a bunch of animals. I mean, she's super busy, and she's such an example to me of how to fit this in the nooks and crannies of your day. So I'm just so, I don't know if you could see me. I was over here like grinning. I felt really cheesy for a minute. I had to catch myself because it's like full on cheese grin, but I'm just so excited for you. So happy.
That is awesome, Karen. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so glad you're setting the example and shared with us what you're doing. Okay, so each team. So the next team obviously had the next highest points. Amber Kidd had 530 points. So woohoo! Amber, are you on the call, and do you want to share what you did?
I am on the call, and one thing that I have been heavily involved with in the last, I would say maybe 6 months, is all the power hours. I also added a new ambassador. I also added 2 new VIPs. But I have been very invested in, I made a commitment at the beginning of the year to be on all the calls, just all of them. Anybody that sends me a call, I try to be on it, and I send it to my teams and I try to get them on. I feel like Plexus came to me in a time where I needed community. Sorry, my kids are loud. Came to me when I needed community. And so I felt like I was slipping away from my community. And so joining these calls makes me a part of the community. And so if I can give you all one thing tonight, it would be a part of the community. Do your part, join the calls, engage. They're so crucial for not only your mindset, but for your business as well. The power hours are amazing. It's literally 1 hour. You're giving exact instructions on what to do for the hour. And if your algorithm, which I don't know about most of you, but like my Facebook algorithm has like sucked lately, just to put it out there and point blank. And the power hours have changed my algorithm. And I feel like more people outside of Plexus are seeing my post than ever before. And I really think that's because of the power hours. So thanks, guys.
That is awesome. And I don't know if the next person's on, and I don't have the next person's number, but I have her name. Is Dawn Hill on the call? Dawn came in, Dawn was next, and from that group. So I think it was kind of cool how they came in the groups. So Dawn gets his prize. And from my team, my highest was Janet. Where did Jana go? Yeah, there she is, Janet. Y'all, this lets you know Janet's grandma, she can totally do this. You can do this. Janet, share with us what you did to get the highest points on my team. She trying to unmute?
Janet, you're muted, hun. Let me.
Amber unmuted you.
There
Okay,
you go.
very good.
There you go.
Well, I've been doing some stories, little videos of Plexus, short little stories. So I've been using that, but I don't think I even counted those, but I do post every day. And maybe sometimes I might do two. I try to do like maybe a personal, maybe something funny, and then maybe a educational, like drinking your water or, just different things like that. And just being consistent. I've been very consistent. I don't do it on Sunday, but I try to be very consistent through the week. And I just got my first one for September, first VIP. She's been wanting to do it for like 8 months and finally sealed the deal. And it's just the Lord. I do pray over my people. I pray every day for my upline people and whoever the Lord would have to be with me in this. So that's my joy. My joy is helping people. I don't have a high rank goal necessarily. I mean, I'm way up there in years. I'm a great grandmother now. It'll be 5 by March, Lord willing. So that's my story, but it just gives me significance, I think, if I can use that word, to see people getting help and to read all the testimonies of people that have gotten help. So that inspires me greatly, and appreciate this team and everyone putting in all this effort for us. It's great.
Oh, thanks for sharing, y'all. I love our team, and I love that they're all given. They want to make sure they give God the glory, and I love this. I love our team. We have the best team ever.
Right.
If you ever see anybody else out there, just kind of think, we have the best team. We do. I think that's all the awards I have, unless did I miss one of the awards, Jana, or am I doing good? Y'all have anything else y'all want to add? All right. And this is the end of the call, y'all. We're gonna get busy, get involved in your group chat, stay active. I encourage you to be involved with those. Do your trackers. One more thing before we get off the call. I know when I joined, get this, Jana didn't join me till the end of September. I joined in July 13. I think Jana joined me at the end of September, correct, Jana? I remember I just joined. I didn't really know much about the business. I think I hit silver the first month. I was on my way to gold. And they did in September, they did the Emerald Extravaganza trip. And I remember scrolling through Facebook and watching, and just it sparked a desire in me. I encourage y'all, when they're all starting to leave. Jana and a bunch of the jewels are leaving Thursday. I leave Saturday because I don't want to miss Cole's games. But we're all going to be posting all the things. Y'all, for one, be excited because you had a part in that. We did not get to Hawaii by ourselves. It took a whole team effort. Two, by us being there means you one day can be there. We are paving the way to show you belief that you can do this, that you can get there. Okay. So, because I know some people like scroll and they get maybe disgruntled, and you need to pray about that. If that's you, be excited for us because we want you with us that watch. I got so excited that first year. Jana hadn't even joined me yet. And I was scrolling and watching all the upline jewels in Hawaii. And I just like, oh, it's awesome. I can't believe Plexus does this for people. And how exciting. And I wonder if I could do that too. So I want you to know that you can, but be watching, because we're going to be posting pictures and videos and all kinds of things, because we want to spark belief in you that you can do this too, that you can join us as well next year. It's going to be exciting, but Jana and them leave on Thursday. And then, so y'all be watching, because I know what I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be watching Jana when she starts videoing her room before she messes it up. I want to see, because she gets there before me. She gets there, so I'm like, I want to know what my room looks like. Gina and I have already been like talking about, like, she found out that they are all ocean view rooms. And we were like, does that mean that you have to lean way out over your patio because you can see the ocean? Or does that mean the ocean's right in front of you? We're all like just nosy and curious and can't wait just a couple more days before we get there. But y'all be watching, and I want y'all to know that y'all can be there with us. And we want to help y'all. This whole group is, I think you keep doing the work, and we're going to have a lot more jewels with us next year. We want it to be you. We want you to be with us. Jana, do you want to say anything before we kick everybody off but Amber's team?
Some people, we're not letting Amber's team talk anymore. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. So yeah, when we're there, I think we already talked about this too. At some point on our group chats, we will ask you to let us know if you want your name drawn in the sand. We do that. Those of you that don't know, we put your name in the sand. We'll put 2023. Wait till we drop it, otherwise it'll get lost if you post it now. But at one point, I'm sure all of us will take the time to do that. But yeah, I mean, I'm just at a point, I'm ready to take you guys. I'm ready for you guys to go to Hawaii with us. I'm ready. I'm more than ready. I'm ready. So there's my dog. So yeah, like that's why we're doing what we're doing. That's why we're doing this contest. Again, it's so you can grow. So we're excited.
Linda's packed. Did you see Linda? She says she's packed. I don't even know. I haven't even got my nails done yet. I haven't done anything yet.
That's a classic first timer. I'll pack the night before, like night before. I normally would say pack day of, but we leave at 8 a.m. So I think I'll do night before.
Y'all, it's worth it. All I can tell you is Plexus spoils us rotten. We get nightly room drops with little gifts. It's nothing big and fancy. It's little things, but it's the thought. I love that they actually do that. They come into each room and leave like on your little table, leave your little gifts. And sometimes it's just a 7-day sample of Plexus. Sometimes it's a picture that they took earlier in the week and they've already framed it and put it there for you. I know one year it was like a little candle, and y'all, that candle was amazing. I love that candle. Sometimes it's a water bottle cup thing, but still I love all of those. I love each and every bit of it. And then one day, and then we're all guessing, I don't know about y'all, if y'all want to guess, one day they do something really nice. One year it was the Tiffany bracelet. One year it was a couple of years it's been the sunglasses. One year it was some really nice shoes, flip-flop things. What else am I missing?
Last year was a Tiffany's gift card.
Ooh.
Yeah, sunglasses a few different years. Just they did a Tiffany's necklace one year. Let's just all decide to be there next year together so we can all find out together what we're getting next year.
And do we want to tell them the other thing that we just planned about next week's call?
I don't remember what we just planned.
Look at your phone.
That
Oh.
we'll maybe do something from Hawaii.
Oh,
Well,
For
Amber's
next-
rolling out right
now that we've
Now
announced,
that-
yes, I'm the one that
Oh, I mean,
suggested it. I'm like, what are we doing?
I mean, I thought about so Terry Paxton has volunteered, shout out to T-Pax, to
Thank you, Terry.
do the book part of the call for us. And then we're going to jump on for a few minutes on the tail end from Hawaii. And then yes, Randa posted there, don't miss the Aloha Plexus live event next Monday. She's doing an event from Hawaii as well.
Randa, remind me what time that event is. So y'all, yes, y'all keep this in mind next Monday. Next Monday, 2 really exciting things that you will not want to miss. Randa is planning an Aloha Plexus live event. This is an event, you guys, you get points for this. So I want you to invite people. There is posted on the Building Freedom page. It's posted on the pink link, and Sundee can post it on her page as well. But it's an event all about the business, and it will be all like jewels telling their business story. So that will be first. And then we will have the team call after that. This team call, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Terry's going to lead it, and then we'll announce prizes, and we're going to do it from Hawaii. We've never done that before, but we are going to jump on. We will see you guys from Hawaii. It'll be 2:30 in the afternoon in Hawaii. So yeah, I'm excited about that. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, the Aloha Plexus event is at 7 Eastern time, 6 Central.
Perfect. And we will announce that. So 6 Central, 7 Eastern for that. And then we'll go 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern like normal for our team call.
Hey, Randa, is that Aloha Hawaii event? Is it a Zoom? Is it a group? What format is it?
It's going to be a Facebook Live from the event page,
Gotcha.
from the
Perfect.
Aloha Plexus event page. And I posted the link to that page in both groups.
Okay, thanks.
Can you go ahead and post a link to that group if you can get it real quick in the chat here on Zoom?
Marla, that will be the Aloha event that Randa's doing will be 1 o'clock. No, that'll be 1 o'clock because if it's 6 Central, it's 5 hours.
Yeah, I'll be 1
that'll
o'clock there.
1 o'clock Hawaii time. The team call will be 2:30 Hawaii time, but nobody else. Nobody else. You just need to remember 6 and 7 and 7:30 and 8:30.
Yeah, don't try to hop on at 2:30 your time because we won't be there. So
Hey,
yeah,
We will post about this lots. You will see lots of posts about both calls. But
I wanna thank our
invite to the Aloha event. It's going to be fantastic. Like really, it's going to be really, really, really good. So you're going to want to join the page and add as many people as you can because it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited.
And you get points for it.
I want to thank our co-captains for helping us this week, for helping keep track of everything and engaging with our teams. And it takes a village. It does.
I think you guys are stalling.
They're wanting to hear what we're going to say to Amber's team, the forward and fearless.
You got to win to find out. It's going to be big, important stuff, y'all. Major. We just planned it, y'all. It's going to be amazing. Anyway.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed tonight and all the things we have planned for y'all.
We will call this the after party with the winning team. All right.
And are we doing this every week?
Yeah, we'll try to do this every week. The winning team gets a short little after party with the diamonds. I think we'll probably just do a Q&A and it's Ask a Diamond. We're here. We want to help you guys in any way that we possibly can.
Love it.
So I'm going to say it. Bye till the rest of y'all. Love you all. And we will see all of you next week live from the beach in Hawaii in our thong bikinis.
I was like, can we wear our bathing suits? I'm not wearing a thong, but
I
I
will not be wearing that.
Jana's face.
No.
That was hilarious.
I want people to get on this call. So no, I will not be wearing it.
Yes. Very true. Very true. Last year though, we showed up with the same bathing suit, not knowing. That was kind of funny. Okay. I think we're good. I don't know. I see a few more folks sticking around. You guys, I want to say, y'all, I see some sneaky people sticking around, but that's okay. I want to say to my team, you guys, as you were turning in those points this week, and I was looking over those tracker sheets and all you guys did, I mean, you inspired and motivated me. And those of you, and I don't see too many on right now that said this, but I want to be really, really mindful. Amber Kid, I know you're not on my team. I'm just teasing, girl, but your picture looks pretty. I want to be really, really mindful of something. When you turn in your tracker sheets, there's no need to apologize. Someone said it earlier, I need to confess. Well, that was about the book, but there's no need to it. We all, and I told you guys this today in the group chat, we all have those days. Sometimes we have those weeks where it's just life And y'all know what I mean, where it's hard to do much. And I talked with a few of you privately about that. But moving forward, we're not going to apologize. We're rooting for there's just no need for it. We're all going to have those days and maybe those weeks where we just don't get much done because we're taking care of a sick parent or a sick kiddo, or, we're doing this or we're doing that. We're all going to have those times. So I just want to encourage y'all moving forward, do what you can do and do the slight edge. Y'all, we talked about this. This is not 75 hard. This is about adding the next little thing and how much it can help. So I thought what would be really fun, you've got 3 diamonds on here, and we will just open this up for a Q&A. Any questions, any comments, anythings, go ahead and unmute and fire away. And then Jana and Sundee, if y'all have any amazing words of wisdom, we'd love to hear it. I know that they do. It's on the tip of their tongues because they're so wisdomous. Come on. I know somebody's got something they want to say. I'm going to start calling on people. Terry Paxton, give me a question. I see you grabbing for that phone, girl. All right, Melissa Dills, shoot.
Yes, I just wanted to say that the tracker actually made me more involved in more activities through the week, whether it's listening on calls. I know Alicia had one that I listened to on my lunch break. It was after the fact, but I made a conscious effort to do that and to be sure to make posts on Facebook. And I kind of been slacking a little, and I know we're not supposed to talk about that, but the tracker actually made me conscious of what I was doing, aware of what I was doing.
Yeah, it's something about having that in front of you. And even though it's things that you should be doing, when you have it in front of you and points to put next to it, it's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
Okay.
it.
I hopped on a power hour today for the first time in quite a while. And not only did it give me a framework of what to do besides the tracker, but I mean, it gave me step by step what to do, which for some reason, after you haven't done those things for a while, it feels scary. You're like kind of like frozen or stalled. I mean, I've been doing this for 8 years. I know what to do, but I still get frozen or like, ugh. And just doing that power hour today with, it was Alicia's group. It was so reaffirming to just move the needle just a smidge. And it set my brain back in that positive success, kind of like what we were saying in the book. It's like, go do one thing that you feel good about doing, that you can check off and say, okay, I went for a walk, or I, made the bed. Yay me. It's like, oh, I did a power hour. Okay, I can do it again. I'm bummed that I can't do Wednesday, but I sure as heck am going to do Friday again, just because it helped nudge the needle some. And it was not scary things. It was easy things. I loved the skeleton or the format, the structure of what to do. And you don't have to have a big team to do power hour. I mean, it was wish people happy birthday. Talk about, spend some time being grateful. Go look through your feed, your Facebook feed, and decide if it needs more Plexus stuff or more personal stuff. Yes, there was, and build relationships. There wasn't a single time where it was like, okay, go cold message somebody and barf Plexus on them. It wasn't that kind of stuff at all. It was all really simple, easy things that somebody else told me to do, that we were all doing together, that really was reaffirming.
Yeah,
and
someone ever tells you to do that in a power hour, get off that power hour. Sorry, Jana.
Power hours are huge. And honestly, like we are really trying to work to offer more of them to you. But what I want to say to you guys too is you can do your own power hours. Like if you've ever been on one, they're not hard. It's literally like Terry said, get on and say, I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. You're going to follow up with all your reset customers. Okay. I'm going to set the timer for 5 more minutes. I'm going to tell you now how to go add more friends on Facebook. I'm going to set it for 5 more minutes. Go wish all your happy birthdays on Facebook. So it's literally, it's so easy, but so powerful. And kind of like these calls tonight, just working with community makes all the difference in the world. And when I get off of a power hour, usually I'm so motivated to keep going. So if there's not a power that works for yours, yes, I think a lot of them are recorded, but it's just, honestly, it's not quite the same as being on there live. So don't be afraid. Step out and host your own power hour. All you gotta do is tell us, I'm hosting a power hour. We will announce it and turn over the reins to you for one that you want to do. So we're happy.
Well, and I think it would be great for us to look for some evening times as well, because I know a lot of people during the day are busy working. So it's like, okay, let's find that slotted time, and it could be a power half hour. I mean, whatever works.
And that's what we're trying to figure out is we're trying to figure out definitely an evening
On my
one.
team, they all work. So I've got some people that have offered. I'm just trying to make sure, since they're newer, they're nervous about offering it to the whole team. They're willing to do it with their little team, but I'm trying to encourage them to.
I'm going to start doing some evening power hours when we get back from Hawaii.
I think that's great.
I think the more you do with different people, because maybe if you do one with Jana and she does her little layout, because I know for me, I kind of do the same layout every time. And then Amber will be doing something a little bit different. It gives you a different way to work your business each time you do a different person.
Hey, Sundee, you have a question over here in the chat. Did you see it from Val?
I didn't.
How did you stay motivated to keep posting and doing the things when it seemed like no one was interested? You mentioned earlier how you would post and no one would reply. So how did you stay motivated?
Okay, so y'all, I had to work at this because I don't know about y'all, but for me, before Plexus, when I was on Facebook, I was a stalker and I never posted, and I just would look at everybody's post, and sometimes I'd like it, sometimes I wouldn't. So I'm not interacting with everybody. And if you friended me on Facebook, I had to know you personally. In fact, my husband used to make fun of me because he would if somebody friended him, he was like, sure. And I was always like, I can't do that. What if some creepy guy out there is trying to, I was viewing it as I was making my world really small. So when I first started, I had to build my interaction. So that's kind of why it took forever. I had to start posting, and not just posting about Plexus. I had to start posting my life out there, because your friends out there, your people that are not doing Plexus, they don't care about Plexus. They care about you, and they want to see what's going on in your world. Even if it's crazy day or, your dog, it doesn't matter. They care about you. And you want to slide in their Plexus. So I had to start building my audience. And then not only that, I had to start then liking and commenting on everybody's. I had to step out of my stalker face, because let's say me and Jana, which Jana and I were friends on Facebook. But I probably never, Jana, I'm not going to lie to you, I probably never liked or commented on anything because I was the stalker. I just scroll. I was the scroller and just would scroll. So I had to build that communication and that algorithm kind of so people could see. But I knew it was just part of the business. I knew that I was doing this. It helped me. It's got to help somebody else. And I also prayed about it every day. I prayed that, because I had prayed that God would send me help with my PCOS. And I knew that if I was praying, somebody else out there was praying the same prayer with something else. They were struggling with something else. And so I literally prayed every day, kind of the prayer of Jabez, but I made it my own little prayer. I prayed that God would increase my territory, grow my business, put his hand of blessing on my business. But I also prayed that he would bring me people that I could help, that I know people out there are praying for help, that please bring those people to me. And then I also prayed that he would keep the crazy away from me. And when people would tell me no, or that, how you get those, they reach out and they sign up with somebody else. Y'all, it doesn't bother me, because I pray that God keep the crazy away from me. And I just, in my mind, immediately bless and release and pray that, thank God that he protected me from my business. And I'm not lying, y'all. Almost every person that I have personally dealt with, given product to, I've given product like a month or two's worth of product to people, had them turn around and sign with somebody else. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I've been talking to you for 4 months. I've given you product and you sign up with somebody else. I have to remember that I prayed God's protection over my business. Bless and release. And I am not lying. Every single one of those people, I've had their sponsor call me and be like, do you know this person? I'm like, yeah. And they're all like, they're crazy. I'm like, yeah, bless and release. There you go. God protected my business. So, but that's kind of just being consistent and knowing that it's going to happen. And honestly, even though it took me 8 days to get one person to like or comment on my post, that one person did not join Plexus, I think, for 8 months. And she joined underneath Jana. So I was like, well, she's on our team anyway. So, I mean, just, it happens. I mean, honestly, they join with who they feel more comfortable with. But, that's what I'm saying. You never know with this business. Jana's sitting there going, who was that?
So are you trying to say that Jana and I aren't crazy? Because God kept the crazy away?
No, God gave y'all the crazy.
Interesting. God gave me all the crazies. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, look at you people. Melissa Dill, she's the craziest one of all with her. When she busts out. Did you guys know, Jana and Sundee, did you guys know that Melissa Dills knows nearly every word to every rap song?
Really?
Would you believe that about this woman?
No.
No, go to a silent disco with her and you'll know it real quick. It's hilarious. I love it.
Y'all, Maddie's going to her first homecoming.
I love it.
It's great. And they're doing silent disco.
Nice. That's going to be a blast. Did anybody else have any other questions?
I have something.
Okay, go for it, Tiffany.
So I don't think Amy's on here, but she talked in our chat group about this going through your back office and sending messages to people because you're gonna have them deleted with the form and using that as like a jump start for conversations with your people that haven't ordered in a long time. And I mean, I have like 6 years of people that haven't ordered in a time. So I'm a little overwhelmed by like how that goes and how to do that. But it seems like a really smart place to start to me because I feel like my warm market is a little bit saturated. So I don't know. I kind of want a little more guidance on that, but I'm not really sure how to go about that.
Jana or Sundee, could you hear all of that? It was like breaking up a little bit for me. So you're wanting to look at your back office, all of your inactive people, and start reaching out to all of them?
Right.
Okay. First of all, I will say this. I think that's a wonderful idea, but don't disregard it. I think it's a wonderful idea. New sentence. However, let me use however. That's a nicer word for but. I don't think your warm market saturated, number one. Number two, this is an old saying in this business. It's easier to give birth than raise the dead. Sometimes it's not necessarily like easier, but it may be a little bit more effective to reach out for that newbie. I think one of the most effective ways to reach people that haven't ordered in a while is by dropping them a handwritten note in the mail, or by picking up the phone and calling them if you know them well enough to do that. If you don't, they like ordered from, that'd be weird. If you're like, hi, I'm Tiffany, your local Plexus girl. Not like that, but just to connect with them, to keep those communications going, to keep that relationship going. Send them a message on Facebook Messenger that has nothing to do with Plexus, just to keep that relationship going. Send them a message that says, hey, I just wanted to reach out to you. You supported my Plexus business in 2018. And I know that that's been a while, but I just want you to know that I'm really thankful for you. My Plexus business is still growing. We have new products all the time. If you want to know more, let me know. But just thanking them for the investment that they made in your business and in your family. Throw that in there, and the investment that you made for me and my family. I think Jana or Sundee, do either one of you want to speak to that?
You follow on Instagram the No Shame in Your Game girl?
Yes.
Okay, she just did a post, I think it was today or yesterday, about reaching out to people who have not ordered in a couple months and what to say.
Okay, I'll look at that.
If you want to check that out, I really like that girl. She gives you like the right words to say and stuff. She did one, and listen to that one, but she did one 3 days ago, I think it was 3 days ago, about when you're reaching out to people, what not to say. And I'm like, oh, I say all those words. I say all the things. I gotta like, oh, I need to like fix how I say stuff. So yeah, go watch the No Shame in Your Game Girl.
Yeah, and I would just add, Tiffany, like I think it's actually a great idea. You know, it's kind of, it's up in the air with the success you'll have with it. I can never say that word. Why can't I say that word? Success. Sorry. So you just don't ever know, but I will say a lot of people, I feel like if you keep it super, super simple, and these are people, you know, I do feel like you could have some success with it. I would just keep it really simple and just say, hey, Beverly, I hope you're doing well. I know you ordered Plexus for me in 2017. A lot of our products have changed now, and you qualify to really start over and get a major discount. Would that be something you were interested in? Make it sound like a fresh new company, because in so many ways we are, since a lot of them have joined, but keep it just really simple. And honestly, I would probably be very blunt with it and just, just be upfront. I don't think people like it when you hint and beat around the bush or you fake it. You know what I'm saying? So I would just, if they were already your customer, then there's something there. They didn't join you in the first place for no reason. They joined you because they had a goal, they trusted you, all of those things. So I would just keep it really simple. I think, like Amber said, it is sometimes easier to give birth than to raise the dead. At the same time, I don't think it's a bad idea by any means. I actually think it's a great idea.
Well, especially right now with the reset. If somebody hasn't ordered in a long time, I mean, the reset's a great thing I'm on my day one right now before going out of town.
I am too.
I am too, girl.
Tiffany, I would just get yourself organized first and just get all those people on paper with details, like they ordered back in how far back you can go, see when they ordered, when they joined, and see if you can see any past orders. And then so that you really do go into it and they know, like, she recognizes that I ordered from her. She knows when I ordered last. So it gives you some credibility, and get yourself organized. And then I would come up with just a short, sweet, simple, direct, but friendly message. Just letting them know, like, hey, this opportunity's here if you want to jump on board. A lot of products have changed. A lot of people having great success. So let me know if you're interested. And I would leave it like that.
That's a really good point Sundee made. I feel like reset kind of changed everything, because it opens up a door to literally everybody who's ever purchased from us, or all new people. Okay, Melissa Dills, last thing, and then we're gone.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to what Tiffany was saying. One of the things that Amy shared was she filled out the form for everybody to clear her back office. And one of the things that it asks for is a social, or the last four of the social. Can you submit it without that? Because I don't have that for my people.
I think you can, because I've done it before with literally just a name and an ambassador ID. I don't think you have to have social. You don't have to put it. I've done it before with just a name and an ambassador ID. I've done it before with just an email address.
No social. Okay, I think it's an email, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, because that is a good idea. Thank you.
You have their ambassador ID. That's all you need is their name and ambassador ID.
Okay.
All right, you guys, we're going to hop off here because we're all on our first day of reset. So we're tired. Love y'all. We will see you guys next week on the call, and we'll see all of you next week on the after party. Isn't that right?
Hey,
It might be
that.
You
Oh, Zach Potter.
hey, do I get a roller since I'm on Amber's team?
Did you report points?
You're not in the contest, and you didn't record any points to me, sir. But would you like
How do I record points?
I need to see what the roller is.
You have an emerald. You have an emerald ambassador for a wife. I bet she could fill you in, Zach.
She's afraid that I'm going to show her on camera right now. So I'm going to.
We're all family.
Well, hey, right before this call, I had a wonderful workout called giving my dogs a bath. So that's why you're getting this. But I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Looking to see what this roller is.